Yeah, this is Mr. Elmhorst with the help video for the Unit 2 Rational Numbers minor grade. So just taking a look at the first one, you need to get a decimal from a fraction. So dividing a fraction, the top by the bottom, is going to help get you a decimal value. So you have 4 out of 5, and we need to convert that to tenths and hundredths. 5 does not divide into 4. So we put in a 0. 5 divides into 40 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40. There is no remainder, so you are done. Or you could put a 0 in there. So check your answer for that one. Okay, here you have the percent, and you need a fraction. So first thing we know about percent is this percent is out of 100. It is a representation of a number compared to 100, and now we need to simplify it or factor it. One of the factors for 32 is 4 times 9. This factor also works with 100, 4 times 25. So you cancel the factor, and then you're left with the simplified fraction for 32%. We got 4/5, and it's asking you to change it to a percent. 4 out of 5 can be used to be compared to the percent, which is out of 100. Using factors, you can multiply 5 times 20 and 4 times 20, which is going to give you 80%. Number 4, you have a fraction and it's asking you to convert it to a decimal. So we have 2 divided by 9. So 9 goes into 2 0 times. 9, 18. 2 times 9 is 18. There's a remainder of 2. Bring the 0 down. 9 goes into 22 times. Here, I'm going to share a strategy that a student in my earlier class showed me. She did 2 over 9, and she was comparing it to 100. An easy factor that can get you really close to that would be multiplying by 11. 9 times 11 is 99. 2 times 11 is 22. 22 hundredths or 22 hundredths, that actually worked, got to get you really close, and you didn't have to divide. So we need to figure out the least to greatest here. If this number on the left is the least, we need to figure out which one of these is the greatest. So if we change 4/5 to a decimal, we did it up above, it's 5.8. And here we got 5.75. 50 divided by 10 is 5. And then the last one, we need to divide that by 100 to cancel the percent. So dividing that by 100 is going to make it 2 decimal places smaller. So this would be the greatest out of all of these. What percent is shaded? First, we need the fraction 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 35 is shaded out of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Because it's asking for percent, we need a percent fraction which goes over 100. 50 times 2 is 100. 35 times 2 would be your percent. 50 times 2 is 100. 35 times 2 is 70. So what percent is 1/3? 1 divided by 3. So continue at number 7. 3 goes into 1 0 times. 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. We subtract. There's a remainder of 1. Bring the 0 down. 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. And we subtract. So what's happening here is we keep getting a remainder of 1 when we're dividing by 3. So this is the decimal value. If you multiply this by 100, that is going to give you the percent. So this fraction left over is always going to be the remainder. So this multiplied by 100 is going to equal 33 1/3%. Which one of the following which one of the following lists is going to be ascending? Good to remember that ascending means going up from least to greatest. It is increasing. So you need to find the L. Which one is the least? Right here, 0.8 and 0.7 are not even next to each other with 0.6 in the middle. So that's not the least. That's not the least. So we got to figure out which one of these is the least. 2 divided by 3. 3 does not divide into 2. 3 goes into 20 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18. We subtract, 2 is left over. 3 goes into 20 6 times. That's one of our repeating decimals. So it looks like this one gets the L, and 66 is less than 2/3, or less than 67. So 2/3 is going to take the L. So which statement is true? 12% means 12 over 100. And 12 hundredths is not 1.2. And 12 goes over 100, not 1 over 12. So that is equal to 0 and 12 hundredths. The decimal written as a percent. So here we have our decimal place value. You need to multiply by 100 to get percent. That means moving it over 2 decimal place values. So once you move it over 2 decimal place values, that's going to be 0.5, and then we put the percent symbol on there. Which one is false or not equal? 700 divided by 100 does equal 7. That is true. The percent moved over 2 decimal place values. If you take off the percent and move it over, that is true. Take off the percent, move it over, that is true. How can this percent be equal to the decimal? It can't. That is not the same thing. Oh, going down or descending, greatest to least. So this is 0.75. 0.75 is not the greatest, or 0.71 is not the greatest. So now we need to see which one is the least. Oh, we crossed that one out already. We need to see which one is the least. Is it 0.7 or is it 4/5? We did 4/5 already. 4/5 is 0.8 or 0.80. So that one is not the least. Here's your goat, and here is your L. Greatest to least. There's two forms of division outside of the fraction. We're going to divide in a calculator. This is calculator division. And then longhand division, the 4 is going to go outside. So 3 is divided by 4, and 3 is divided by 4. This one is not the same thing. This is saying 4 is divided by 3. That is reverse order. So which two ways are the correct way to divide? Absolute value is distance only. There's no positive or negative. So this is not distance, that is an integer. That is an integer. That is not the distance. Absolute value is just the number.